Core Puff hitting that goon. Let me fix this real quick. I feel like we're hanging down a little. How we doing today, Corey? Good to see you, bro. Did you have a good evening last night gaming it up? I spent some time this morning. We got all the Christmas decorations down. We got Shadsy over at a buddy's house, but here to lurk. Appreciate you, homie. I do appreciate you being here. I hope you have a good visit with friends. And we're just going to do a quick little IRL today. So I keep my little 4 o'clock spot locked down. So thank you, good sir. But yeah, we got all the Christmas stuff down for the day, and we got the kiddos' hair cut, so they look all fresh when they go back to school. I am a barber, I am a maintenance guy, I am a welder. I could do it all. Hey, your stream's really well. I'd love to become your dedicated fan and support you if you don't mind adding me on Discord. Sahid, all right. Well, thank you, good sir. Welcome in. It says possible ban evader monitoring. Don't know about that. What's up, pandering? We'll let him hang for a minute. We'll see what happens. Bot babe. All right, we got to get the bot out of here. Somebody got him. Thank you, thank you. I do have mods in the chat. Thank you, mods. Got him. I'm pretty gullible, guys. I'll let a bot hang out as long as they don't do bot shit. Bots can chill as long as the bots don't be botting. We got the Squid Game shirt on today, guys. We are in the Squid Game mood. Kiddos are hovering. Hi, guys. Yes, hi. No. Just hamburger and French fry. They're like, what you want from McDonald's? Wicked, what's up? How's it going? How are you, Wicked? Are you feeling good? Are you at Bot Wars? We're gearing up for the Bot Wars, guys. Thank you for getting them, Shadsy. What Squid Game? You don't know Squid Game, bro? You gotta get on some Netflix and you gotta binge watch seasons 1 and 2. I tell you what, I'd play the Squid Games if it was a real thing in real life and I could win millions and millions of dollars. I'd do that shit for my family. I probably wouldn't win, but I would die trying. You are alive. Well, that's what I'm thankful for, Wicked. I know it's probably a rough one, but you hang in there. I feel like I was dying for 3 days. Yeah, you had a rough one there, it sounded like. Well, I'm glad you're on the mend, Wicked. We've missed you, dude. I keep my eye out every day for your live notifications, see if you're going live. If so, I will be there. But yeah, we're just chilling. I woke up on a mission. I made the coffee. Made the coffee strong, full of sugar. Got Fortnite back on my system. I played a solo game and got 11th. Nice, Pandering. Well, we're gonna have to play, bro. We are gonna have to play, and I'll be honest with you. I'm really surprised. Hit the hydrate, Wicked. I'm not chugging the hot coffee. I'll take a big old sip for you. I'll take multiple big sips for you, bro. Temp is 99 right now. Damn. Yeah. Anytime you have a temperature, it's rough, dude. It feels like it's burning you up from the inside. But I woke up this morning and my Fortnite stream was at like 230 something views. And I'm like, holy shit, I only have 113 followers. Like, people like some Fortnite, it seems. People are actually watching the Fortnite content. So I'm loving it. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying, Corey. Hell yeah. If they like the Fortnite, we'll give them the Fortnite. And I felt like last night's stream actually wasn't as like choppy and glitchy. So what I've been trying to do is make sure I have all the stuff that requires Wi-Fi shut off. That way nothing else is using it but myself. And when I stream, I try to use the bare minimal. Like I use the Xbox, I use the laptop, or the phone, depending on how I feel. Sometimes I feel like I'm more efficient on my phone. Sometimes I feel more efficient on the laptop. So I guess it depends on what I'm doing or how I feel that night. And I will, I'll jump on with either or. But I'm trying to eliminate one of those because having both of those go at the same time, I feel like is putting a hindrance on our Wi-Fi signal. So, and like I said, I do have the Xbox hardwired to the router. So, I mean, it should be getting the best that it can get. So, this thing always pops up a thing that says pre-roll ads are disabled for 31 minutes. Good. I hope they stay disabled forever. We do not want the pre-roll ads. But man, I swear, today keeps feeling like a Sunday. I know it's because I had Thursday off. I mean, that makes the most sense, that Saturday would feel like a Sunday. I woke up ready for some football, and all we got is like the shitty games today. Tomorrow is the Cleveland Cincinnati game, and I'm so hoping that Cincinnati will do to the Bengals, or no, Cleveland will do to the Cincinnati what Cleveland did to the fucking Steelers. So nice little upset out of nowhere. Tried not to talk about it because we know Taylor is a Steelers fan. So I haven't tried to. I mean, I know that's a sore topic amongst any Steeler fans right now, but I fucking loved it. That shit was awesome. So what's on the agenda today, guys? What are we playing? What are we doing? What do we got? What's the entertainment for the day on this fine Saturday, not a Sunday? It's nice to think about. I got one more day off, though. I'm definitely looking forward to another day off. Corey, you felt your audio was quiet. I felt like the game audio was a little quiet. I felt your audio was good. So yeah, just try to... I always keep my voice audio just a notch higher than the game audio. You always want your voice to be... I just had Taco Bell ad. Hell yeah. At least they're feeding you good ads, Corey. I'm trying to find the... I need to figure out how to favorite some of these. And I use them all the time, but they're not ending up... And I guess it depends on what device I'm on, too. But there it is. You would think Taco Bell would be a favorited by now. During Red Dead? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I haven't done Red Dead on stream, and I would totally be down to do some Red Dead on stream. But I know the game is a long one, and I feel like it would stream well because it's an older game. It's got a lot of, riding horses or walking through, or not, not everything is just so freaking action-packed all the time. I think it's funny. This fucking light, dude, I think it like tells on you the moment you get stoned. Any game streams well as long as you're having fun. Typically, yes, but I've had some games that just make the streaming experience a nightmare for the simple fact that it's laggy and it looks like shit. What are we thinking, guys? I think I like the warm light. Let's switch to the warm light. Still look stoned, but tanner. But yeah, I've had fun with it. And that's the thing. You could be streaming and having a great time, and then you go back and rewatch the stream, and it's just lagging all the way through. And what I've noticed with some of mine, I think it might be because I'm bumping it down to 720p to do Fortnite without it lagging real bad, that my words and my voice aren't matching up. Like you'll hear me say something and then my mouth will start moving, and I'm noticing that delay. So I don't know if that's, I'm trying to figure that out, but one of these days I'm just going to upgrade to a super PC and just fucking all these problems will magically disappear. Damn light is a narc, right? That's all right. I stay stoned through the weekends. But now you see why I don't smoke during the week, during work time, because it's geriatrics eyes always tell on them. I think it's funny. I remember back in the day, we had a buddy that didn't smoke, and he went to lunch with us back when we were welding. It was on a Friday. We all got paid. We all went on our lunch break and smoked out. And we brought a buddy that doesn't typically smoke. He was like the prime worker. I noticed that light going off and on now. Hasn't done it in a while. That's our haunted light. I rock rough and stuff with my Afro puff. Hey, rock on with your bad self. That verse is always stuck in my head for the past 25 years. But yep, we got our haunted light back here. You'll see it doing its thing. It's just saying hello. Brother, I want to be on your level right now. Get on my level, bro. You can do it. Did you know that if you're not a habitual smoker, if you were to hit it just one time, it would be enough to rip your ass, but at the same time not show up in your urine? I've taken several drug screens in my life. I've even taken hair follicles and puffed it once when I went out fishing with a buddy. Out of like 9 months, I puffed it once and didn't show up in the hair follicles. So yeah, as long as you do it in complete moderation, you should be all right. I'm not making promises. Everybody's different. But from my experience, if you wanted to smoke, you could hit it one time and it's not enough to show up in your urine, your blood, your hair. I think your body naturally has a very small amount of THC chromosome or whatever it is in your body. These are just shit I've heard from smoke sessions, so don't take it as facts. But I have tested the theory and was able to smoke once out of like 9 months and it not show up. But yeah, the weekends are for maxing and relaxing. That's all we do. I guess like the stereotypical, like come home, smoke a J, relax into a game. I'm very hyperactive. You guys actually don't see a good portion of that side of me where like I get up, go to work, busting ass, doing everything I can through the day. When I get home in the evenings, a lot of times it's hard for me to just sit right down. So I do a few things around the house or whatnot. But once I smoke, I'm actually able to sit and chill and relax and comfort and not pace the house or be on like this high level of energy. Haunted sees both sides of those. I don't know which one she likes more. I don't know if she likes the chill, relax. She probably likes the chill, relax geriatric better. Everyone's body processes weed and alcohol differently. I've puffed once or twice, passed drug test next day. And that's next day as well. Wow, Wicked. You're like, hey, I got a drug test tomorrow. I'm really nervous about this thing. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The haunted probably likes to sit your ass down. Sometimes. I'm thinking so, yes. I smoke too much. I smoke during my game sessions because for some reason it helps me lock in harder. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I don't, my mind will be on like 100 different things at once. And my body almost feeds into that energy where I'm just like, I got to do this, or I need to get that done, or so actually smoking gets me to a point where I can forget about all that shit that should be getting done or whatnot. And then I can lock in and focus on the game. I used to play the group in Destiny before the first boss. They'd get so baked. I saw a video or a TikTok just the other day where they were like, bro, you're always too high to game with us. And it shows the guy sitting there like me right now. And he's just like, you get too high to fucking play. Or play well, actually. I don't know. I feel like I play the same no matter what. I remember I couldn't game and drink. That was one of them that, like, if I was drinking, I was not playing video games that night. That was not on the agenda. So it's kind of amazing for me to see people actually drink or even drink heavy and game efficiently. And it's like, damn, how do you stay locked in? I'd be seeing like fucking a haze around all the characters and shit. See like 2 of my own character. Happy birthday, Shazzy. Yes, yes. Shazzy's giving us a lurk. He's actually hanging at IRL friend's house right now. But we'll throw some birthday cakes in the chat for the homie. And if you guys see Gregro today, Gregro turns 40. So, exclamation. Gregro. Gregro is my IRL best bud there, so he heard it now. He keeps it on just loud enough where he hears birthday and he's like, pew. But yes, I haven't seen Gregro in chat, but if you do, please be sure to wish him a happy 40th birthday. Homie's getting up there with me. He's getting them geriatric numbers. Once you hit 40, it's a whole nother ball game. 20s were stellar. No, 20s sucked. No, actually 20s were a rough period of time. 30s were stellar. 30s was when you start figuring shit out. Getting it locked in. If you're a late bloomer like myself. There's the haunted light. Yeah, 20s is where you experiment with life. That's where you figure out, that's where you make your biggest mistakes because you end up figuring out things you better off left alone. And it's funny, we've all heard it, like everybody preached to us when people were our age, like don't fuck with that shit, man. You're better off never even doing it. That's one thing I kind of admire about my assistant, Noah. He was a football player. He stuck to his, strict, he went to college. He did a lot of that stuff. An injury actually took him out of that. And, but super bright kid, super, stayed away from tobacco and nicotine and all of that stuff. Like, pretty clean slate. And it'll benefit him very, very far in his elder years. But I've known people also that have done that, and then when they hit their like late 20s, 30s, they start experimenting with those things, and it's like, oh, you shot yourself in the foot. You made it all that long, made it all that time. The only person I listen to is my eldest brother, a mistake, because he did it all as kids. Yep, so you got to learn from an older sibling. I was an only child and I was a preacher's kid, so I felt like I was doomed from the start. Like I was gonna rebel. It was set in stone. It was gonna happen. You don't have that kind of upbringing and not break away from it at some point and do your own thing. That was a poor savage right there. That poor bastard. But those are the periods of your life where if you don't make those mistakes, and like I lost a home, I lost, there were things that if I would have held on to those, the amount of value they would have today compared to what I got them for then. So yeah, that's the period of time where if you can avoid doing all that shit and not losing your home and cars and all of that and starting over, you're set up, you're smooth sailing. When you gotta start over a second time after starting the first time, it's a setback. That is for sure. Kiddos, they getting a little ornery. They do look good with their haircuts though. Not to brag on myself, but I do all right. I do all right, especially on other people. I do my own and trim it up sometimes, but it's easier on other people than it is on yourself because when you got the mirror and shit, everything's backwards, so that makes it a little difficult. And honestly, I've always liked the look of finger cut, like the top not being used with clippers, but actually doing a finger cut. And that's one thing I've not mastered or gotten good at, and I want to learn. That way I can cut the top with scissors, because I've always felt that when you do the top with clippers, there's something about the crown of the head here that those clippers just do not get this spot here as efficient. Like, you keep hairs longer that you don't want, and then they end up sticking up. So that's from my experience. But yeah, we got them all cleaned up. They're looking fresh. I still got that grab tab page of games popping up in there. That was the replacement, I guess, for Heroes of History. We'll always remember our Heroes of History in chat. Go get cleaned up, Wicked. Thank you for the lurk, bro. Good seeing you, homie. You do your own hair, Corey? Dude, I'm all for it, man. If you can do it and you're happy with it, do it. Because shit's expensive, man. You spend 50, 60 bucks on a haircut. Especially when you got multiple kids. Now, here's the thing. When my older ones got older, they reached a point they didn't, because I'm a bit of a one-trick pony, too. You get the, low taper fade type look. Oh, Miss D, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hello, hello. We're just talking about cutting our own hair right now. I'm saving 50, 60 bucks. I don't know either. I thought you had. I know Shadsy shouted me out before, but welcome in. You're here now. Thank you, thank you. Always glad to have you. We're having a nice chill. So I keep thinking today's Sunday, but it's Saturday. I got an extra day off this week, so I got 5 off for Christmas, 4 off for New Year's. I've had to go in twice, so there's that. But other than that, it's been a nice, relaxing break. We got all the Christmas shit down, so Christmas is done here. We spent a lot of time working on the backdrop here. I know it's kind of far, so you guys can't see it, but we got our ghost light. Our ghost light likes to pop off and on. I think it adds a nice... You never know when it's going to happen. We usually have another set of lights over here, but I just got that one on for now. That's why it's getting super dark when it goes out. Our youngest kiddos has the triple cowlick, so I'm not skilled enough to... Dude, my 13-year-old, he's got... I want to say they're 2, and it's like a figure 8 shaped. And yeah, that one's and their hair is like super straight. So super straight hair is really hard to cut because, you want to taper it, and when it's wet, it doesn't layer right. And then when it isn't wet, it's super like poofy. So you got to watch cutting that shit short, or else their hair will just stick up like an afro here and then be flat on the top. Is that how you spell calic? I don't know. I think so. Calic. I don't know how it's spelled. That's why I'm going to steal a little, so always, and doesn't always sit still. Yeah, mine, I don't know, they're getting better. But I got to hold their head, and I got to tell them, and they want to watch the iPad, and I'll try to turn them, and their head will stay on. I'm like, no, I need you to look this way. But I do a lot of moving around, too. I put them on a bar stool, that way they're up kind of high, and I can just walk around and do our thing. Candles, welcome in, homie. Good to see you. How you doing on this fine weekend, sir? That's always the fave. They make that side eye. Yeah, they're locked on. chilling. I played a little TFT this morning. I got 3rd place. Felt all right about it. Went to bed late, woke up late. Yeah, you was up. I went to bed and left you alert. And you always raid somebody, and I end up with a gifted sub from them by morning. So I always have these so many. It makes it so hard to find my emotes now because I got so many gifted subs because I do that for multiple people. So it adds up. I'm like, holy shit, that's got to be how you get all the gifted subs. You just got to lurk everywhere. You're welcome. It's worth it, homie. I'd rather give you the lurk. I need to find a way to actually favorite my favorite emotes at the top. And I do things on different devices, so my laptop doesn't have them categorized like my phone does, but yeah, I'm going to figure that out one day. That way I can at least find my favorites with the quickness. You would think that I use them on every device equally as much, but apparently not. Going to bed at 1:30. This is why I type them. Oh, yeah. So if you know the name of them, you can type. Yeah, there you go, Candles. I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. The only problem with that is I'm like really bad at remembering names. Let me test something real quick. Nope, that didn't work. That was the only one that I thought that I could possibly remember. You won't be able to give me example because it'll probably give you the... So I know what mine are named. Let's see what some of mine are like Gramps. Oh, like the Shadzy Mike. Shadzy 2 Mike. Smile, you could type the $SMI and you'll get a ton of... Also, it gives you a list, so like, it's the $, though. I'm gonna try this out. Ah, gotcha. So it's the $. That I have to remember. And then the Shads. Also, I can type exclamation SHA and just about all the Shadsies pop up. Because he's used the Shads on... Okay, so that makes sense. So that helps also for when I'm naming my emotes. I should probably start them all with GER for geriatric, and that way all my emotes will be easy to find. Thank you, Candles. I probably should have known that for the simple, or colon. That's the colon, and then the semicolon is the... Thank you. The $. Hit you with the $colon. Fucking ass ... that's normal. I'm not the only one, thank God. Oh, the double dot colon. Nobody wants to call it a colon, though. Nobody's trying to bring up the word colon, especially in your 40s. I'm going for that dot dot. Nathan, welcome in. What's up, bro? We are doing well. How are you today? We're learning about how to find emotes easily by doing the colon or the dot dot and then the name of it, and it'll pull them up for you so they're easier to find. We are learning neat little tricks in chat today. Candles is so disappointed in you. At least you didn't have to teach me the there one, where with the THEY apostrophe RE. I had to learn that one from Nima. Or the your. It was the your. I was going to have them do the your band merch. I was trying to talk them into making one that's misspelled. Where is it? Right there. Or no. That's the no self promo. There was a your band one, and it was spelled apostrophe RE, and I was like, I want it spelled YOUR. Like, I wanted a special print. You doing okay? English is going to shit. It's one of the major problems in the next generation. Communication is fucking impossible because 40% of the words are used were fucking made up bullshit. That is true. The Urban Dictionary groweth. Isn't Laura Ingalls Wilder Little House on the Prairie where we learn the parts of a sentence? Oh, that's funny. You think I've watched a lot of Little House on the Prairie as a kid, so you'd think that I would know that one. This is true, Candles. Yeah, slang and locality-based shit. Colons are used globally as well. So everybody in the world should know that shit. Hell yeah. Welcome in, all. Good to see you. We're just having a little hang session here with Geriatric on a Saturday. Learning about colas, commas, punctuation, and quick ways to find emotes. This chat over here is just not trying to keep up. I remember reading those books as a kid and seeing the illustrations about what they learned in school and being mind blown. Like, what the fuck is this shit? We didn't learn any of this. I didn't learn a lot about punctuation either. It's weird. It's almost like some schools teach well in some areas and not well. I mean, it comes all down to the teachers and shit, but wonder what the climactic scene of Little House on the Prairie consisted of. It's been so long since I've watched it, I don't even remember much of the storyline. But I'd have to say it's towards the end of the season. I'm sure people die on the show. Commas and colons are the same in English as they are in Chinese. No shit. So when you see the colon in Chinese writing, it is exactly what it is. And same for periods, quotes, and etc. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That is very interesting. Yes, yes. Welcome in, Fiersig, the house fire. I'd say that's climactic. I would too, yeah. I want to say Charles Ingalls dies at the end of the Little House on the Prairie. And in real life. And they use the backslash or the backspace arrows. Welcome in, Tay. Mama to P and a real OG. How are we today, Taylor? It's good to see you. Dying of dysentery. Double outward facing arrow brackets for titles, apparently. I saw a clip on TikTok the other day where somebody in the military had thought it would be funny to name their son Major. Their last name was Major, so they named him Major, Major, Major. And then when he joined the military, he got immediately upgraded to Major because you weren't allowed to be called Major without that rank or that title. So they had to promote him to Major. Like his dad knew that shit. He was like, my dad was a bit of a prankster and he thought it would be funny if he named me Major, Major, Major. Over here at 2 years old at my house. How are you? Oh, you got the 2-year-old at your house? Have a 2-year-old. That's 2 days in a row, Tay. My point is punctuation is multilingual and globally standard. Absolutely it is. Yes. I saw the YouTube short. You saw the same one? I thought that shit was hilarious. I love that. I love that kind of humor. Also, 3 days. You got a 3-day visit with her. Yes, Candles. And I wouldn't be surprised if people try that shit in real life now. We're gonna know people named Major. Well, I hope you hang in there, Tay. Just keep them entertained. Let them have plenty of iPad time. Don't give them a whole lot of sugars and caffeines, and you're smooth sailing. Our son's been making us play this Gooey Louie game he got for Christmas where you pick boogers out of the nose of this guy, and one of the boogers is rigged up to a contraption that if you pull the wrong booger out, his brains fly out, his eyeballs fall off, and it's a whole spectacle. So we've been playing a lot of Gooey Louie here lately. Sometimes I hide in my room. I live alone. You got to hide from the spirits from the living room, Corey. We can't even hide in our bedroom because they come here and flick our lights off and on. I can't help but wonder if it isn't what we got it plugged into. We got it plugged into this little lamp over there. I wonder, it goes straight from there to the lamp. So I'm wondering if we ran it to an actual plug or plug-in, if it would work better. Oh, that was cool. When I blow the smoke, you can see the alien better. Whoa, guys. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That was pretty cool. I hid in our youngest room yesterday to read in a quiet space because DeLuca was taking a nap in our bed. Just go to the kids' room, read. Hannah and I has kind of turned this into our little Zen spot. We got all cool, kind of cool, fun activities. She's got her vibrator plate. Right there. We're going to put an extension cord on that thing. We actually freed up the space over here, so we might be able to plug it right into the wall. Let's check this thing out real quick. It's got a pretty long cord on it, so I have a feeling. Nope, it's gonna need an extension cord to be able to be right here. But at least now we know. We're gonna get some geriatric jiggles going on in this piece. Thank you, Core. Those are my dad's. I'm more of a drummer, and I actually have a drum set, but I need new heads for it. But I'd like to set those up as well. But that is a Fender Telecaster, and that is a Washburn. And I actually practice and play on the Washburn because it's much easier to play. Like the neck on it isn't as thick and wide, and my fingers seem to reach around it a little better. The Telecaster is pretty thick and wide, and you have to push really hard on the strings, it seems, to hold that note down. So, yeah. But I would never part with them. They're my dad's. He was the guitar player. A beanbag chair and a nugget couch. Dude, the beanbag chair sounds super comfy. I would totally lounge in a beanbag chair. They are definitely hard to play on, Miss D. That's for sure. And we'll trigger the light from now on. Yep, she turned it into a Zen spot, and he took it over and threw a bunch of cameras in here. I promised her there's never any cameras going while she's doing her Zen thing. Although if you were smart, you would stream it, babe. Teach them the way. Start your stream, throw your camera on, and show them how you do what you do. You could teach the generations beneath you on how to gain knowledge and power. You have small hands. My ex had huge hands. I think my dad didn't have very big hands. So he, I don't know how he played that. Part of me almost wonders if he didn't, if he just had it because he wanted it. But yeah, it's a hard one to play on. It is definitely a tough one. The Washburn is like 10 times easier to use. And it's got a little whammy bar on it and everything. Definitely cool. It's actually got his initials on the back of it as well. He bought a decal that he had made and slapped it on there. But yeah, at some point we'd like to get the drums set up. We definitely got the room for them back here. I think they're a little too big and bulky to try to put into stream. Guitars kind of fit nicely. I had an easier time on acoustic Martin, but I haven't played it in like 10 years. We do have an acoustic. I don't know. It's not a Martin. Martins are nice. I want to say we have a Yamaha that is an acoustic that can also be an electric. And then we have... We have an acoustic, and we do play it more than anything. It's just easy to pull out and practice songs on rather than setting up anything electrical. But I've also got like the foot pedals and all the different shit. Like my dad, when I tell you he had everything, he had everything. And I ended up getting that when he passed. So I'm still trying to learn how it all works. Haunted's got a brother who is an excellent guitarist. And he comes and visits us sometimes. So he'll set it up for me and show me how everything goes and how it works and jam for us, give us a good jam session. So shout out to Uncle Lip Fam. He pops in the chat from time to time. And yeah, my dad had a Martin at one point, and I remember he playing that one a lot. He actually made me a couple videos before he passed of him setting up his equipment and playing on it and playing a few songs. And I'm glad to have that footage. It's some goated footage for sure. I'm going to play with the light from here on out, guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm having too much fun with that. When I lived with my ex, a half stack instead of a dining table. We were 20 and broke, but our dining room had probably 5 guitars, 4 amps, 2 basses, plus a box drum. Holy shit. You was dating someone with a rock star dream, wasn't you? So you can always tell the difference. Like if they've got everything to where if you can get a guitarist, a drummer, and a bassist together and you can make some music, they're serious about it. But when you just got, you know, my dad actually bought me my first set of drums, and they were Basics. That was the name brand, Basics, and they were basic as shit. But man, I learned to play on those drums, and I had friends when I lived in Tennessee that were drummers, and they're the ones that actually inspired me to learn to play. And they started teaching me, and then I kind of was self-taught after the fact. But being ambidextrous, I took to that really easy. And I don't think I play extraordinarily well, but I can definitely hear a song and learn to play to it. The guitar, not so much. The guitar, I only know a couple chords. I'm still learning more chords on that. Yeah, I was, and his mom wanted him to learn every instrument and to learn to read music, try to bribe us into moving in with her. Bought him a baby grand piano. Holy shit. He was wanting to be Axl Rose with that shit, wasn't he? Like, oh, November rain. Oh. I can play songs on the piano. So here's the thing. Like, the drums were the only thing I ever took the time to get excellent at. Everything else I can play, but I'm not like, if I spent more time learning about them, I could probably get efficient with them. So growing up, I played the saxophone. I played the bass guitar. Bass guitar to me is super easy because you can literally look at the fingering of the guitarist and kind of do the same thing. And you're hitting one string at a time, like do, 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 do. What's that, Candles? Oh, it's a saxophone. Fuck yeah. That's one of them I wish I would have stuck with. My dad wanted me to play sax. He thought that there was nothing cooler than somebody that could fucking rip it up on a saxophone. And I don't think he was wrong. Like, there's some monumental saxophone moments in a lot of movies and a lot of history. Get back into it. So that's one of the instruments that I first learned to play. I did the recorder and then I did the saxophone in band. It is a sexy instrument for sure. Woodwind instruments in general, I think, are difficult to play just because you got to work the mouth of the reed, and the, you know, all of that plays into not just hitting but it's what you do with your mouth as well. I don't know if I could get back into it. I wonder how much a saxophone is. Alto saxes. I just played tenor. I should definitely have a music stream. I'll tell you what, maybe one day we will. We'll set the drums up. We'll get Haunted over there just strumming a couple. She knows a couple chords. We'll get... May probably has hers. Oh, May did have a saxophone. Oh, shit. I bet you I could remember what I needed to from a few videos from back in the day. But I do have a talent with that. Like, I can pick up most instruments and learn to play them enough. I've seen videos of, like, who was the musician? But he literally plays every instrument and records it and loops the tracks together, and it's him from the intro to the singing to the saxophone to the piano to the guitar, and he shows you each video of him playing those instruments and performing the song and mixing it together. And I always thought that that would be something I would have fun learning to try to do. Love the sound of a saxophone. That's so cool. You can get a cheap student sax for $1,000, give or take a few hundred. Smaller ones, they get much more expensive the bigger they get. Gotcha. So about $1,000 for that. Like a Barry sax starts at 3 to 4K. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense though. The size of that saxophone is vastly different. So you actually have a saxophone, Candles. You just not playing it, or? I have a Barry sax sitting 8 feet from me. Oh wow. So do you ever break it out and play just for shits and giggles still, or are you not playing it and it's just kind of sitting there and like what these do for me? Yeah, you probably have neighbors close by, and they are loud. Like it's the kind of sound that echoes. So, um, you know, maybe that's why our neighbors hate us. We have neighbors on each side of us, but they're pretty far off. But we used to have all of our shit upset in the garage. I'd be out there banging on the drums in the garage, and we'd be out there just making all kinds of racket with the electric guitars. I think I might have figured out why the neighbors dislike us. Exactly. We own this place, so I'm gonna do what I want. It is inconsiderate as shit. I would never bitch if they were over there practicing their instruments. There's a difference between throwing parties and having loud music, and you clearly hear somebody over there struggling to learn the sax or fucking guitar, or actually really good and efficient. The drums are, I get it, the drums are pretty obnoxiously loud. We are terrible neighbors. Haunted and I lived for a very short period of time in some apartments together when we first got together. And our neighbors absolutely fucking hated us. They would bang on our walls and shit. Like, we're like, sorry. We're used to not living around people. Is the time if you're doing it at 2 a.m. Exactly, yeah. We're considerate with that. We're not being super loud after midnight. Or super early in the morning. Exactly. It's always in the middle of the day you'll catch us getting musical. No, the fuck we weren't. What are you talking about, the apartment? I never said morning once. I was thinking that though. Learn to read. I was throwing that in there. I'm not playing late at night or early in the morning. I'm gonna do like a midday jam sesh. That's my perfect time. Oh, the apartment. Yeah, the apartment. We had the cops called on us. Yeah. We were loud. That was back when we was drinking, fucking, and fighting. And 2 p.m. is fine. Yes, in the apartment. I never said anything because I knew I was a kid that, man, some days I broke out the earplugs. Why do I try? I'm sorry, Candles. I'm high. I'm gonna blame it on the buzz. Kiss from a Rose performance they'll ever get. Oh, we was feeling that shit. We got so drunk one night, we drank a whole fucking fifth of something, just the two of us. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to say we had broken up for a period of time during that. And it was like maybe the first time that we hung out in a while. And we got fucking sentimental on Kiss from a Rose. I remember the cops showing up. And we were like, oh, fuck. She's like peeking out the window. She's got to go talk to the cop. Be like, I'm sorry. We were just really into the fucking Seal. Yeah. Seal was the victory song for us getting back together and making it 10 years, huh, babe? We were together from that moment on. No more breaking up. Yeah, the cops were laughing because we were still singing and shit when they made it to the parking lot. I think we wrapped it up right as he was walking up the walkway. Like we finally got to the end of the song. How long is that song? It's only like 5 minutes. They got there quick, unless we were making noise prior to that song, and that's the only one that's sticking out because it was the one the cops showed up on. We might have been jamming to something else. A little one road town. So wait, you're telling me there's a chance for me and my lady friend? All I'll say, Corey, is what's meant to be will be. And what isn't meant to be, don't fight it. Don't try to make things that you want to be that aren't meant to be. And I guess in a sense, it's just like maybe taking life as it comes at you. Because, that's the hard thing about love is you can't make people love you. And you just got to be yourself and be genuine in hopes that you are what they want. And some people have the ability to see you in a different light. Yep, go with the flow. I honestly felt like Haunted and I could see something in ourselves that wasn't even prevalent in that moment. Like, being able to get sober, stay sober, and fucking for the long haul, not just being like, oh yeah, let's just get clean and then falling off like after a year or whatever. Like, apparently we both saw something in each other that it was like, okay, we can do this together and stick it out for the long haul. And yeah, you just got to find somebody that's mutually connected and on board with the plan, and yeah, makes that the most important thing, that nothing else is going to derail you from that plan. The Queen is in the house. Mad Queen, welcome in. Are you done streaming? Did you wrap it up? Did you beat the games? Oh wait, Mad. Oh, that was Eliza that was streaming. You weren't streaming yet, were you, Mad Queen? She says she wants to go back to where we were and wants to work it out. So yeah, start over. Start over. Be friends. Show her that you can do that. And maybe that's just all she's wanting to see is like, hey, how does this guy deal with rejection? Like maybe she's had exes that totally flip out when they don't get their way. So yeah, just be yourself. Be chill. Be cool. Go with the flow and see where it takes you. You're streaming later today, though? Well, I will be watching for you, Mad Queen. Hell yeah. And if you guys got a chance, go give Mad Queen a view and a check out. And what are we playing today, Mad Queen? What do you got on the agenda? What you thinking? Be poofy. I always say poofy instead of puffy. Corey poofs. Oh, that's right. You play the Banjo-Tooie. I saw that on Game Pass, believe it or not, Mad Queen. I was scrolling through the games. I was like, oh, that's that game Mad Queen plays. Hell yeah. That shit totally has a Crash Bandicoot vibe to me, and I love Crash Bandicoot, so who knows? Maybe I'll load it up. We'll play it. We'll see what we can get. See if I'm any good at it. I did start Expedition 33 the other night. I watched Shadzy play it, and I thought, man, the game is so beautiful. It's the aesthetics of it, the story. Like, I could get into that game. And the fact that I've already seen Shadzy started, I kind of know what to do with it. So I think we're going to play it. I think we're going to see if we can get locked in with it. Wow, I play it all the time. Just kidding. LOL. It's fun, and I want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day. But I love it. Crash is such a rage game for me. It really is. Crash is totally a rage game. Banjo-Tooie definitely looks like it doesn't have the rage to it as... I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. I haven't watched it enough to know how intense it gets. But yeah, Crash is a rage game. Hell yeah, guys. Well, we have hit our hour, so I am going to go ahead and wrap up. But it's been an awesome conversation. Love hanging out with you guys. Thank you for always showing up and chilling with the old guy. And yeah, I plan on taking tomorrow off, but I might go live tonight and play some more games, and just maybe take tomorrow off, or I might take tonight off and play a few games tomorrow, maybe do a game of TFT or something. But so I'm not saying I'm not going live. I'm just saying I don't really have a plan or a schedule. So if you want to keep an eye out for me, we might be doing something later tonight, or maybe even some random time tomorrow. But yes, have a beautiful day, Mad Queen. Thank you all. Miss D, thank you for coming in. Have a great rest of the weekend. And don't forget, we got Shadzy stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I never miss a Shadzy stream. I am always locked in on. Are we doing Scary Sundays still? I wonder if he's doing a scary game, Misty. Have a good day, Corey. You hang in there, bud. I'll keep 2 eyes out for you. Thank you, sir. I believe so. Hell yeah, I love the Scary Sundays with Shadzy. So, alrighty, guys. Until next time, have a great weekend.